everybody, this is Nikki A.
Hello.
Welcome back to my channel, and I am coming in here to do this review of the finale for Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 7, episode 17, the finale. Won't he do it? We are done. We just have to do the reunion, which I'm looking forward to, but from the reviews and just from the finale, I just feel like it's going to be not really giving, but I'm looking forward to. But we're not going to waste any more time, okay? We're going to go ahead and we are going to get into, I will be doing another video after this about the whole Watch What Happens Live with Robin on there telling Watch What Happens when she lies, okay? But we're going to, for this video, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So we start out with Ashley. She's going to go eat down to the restaurant with Dean. And Dean is not here for the shenanigans, okay? Dean is like,
Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. I'm not addressing this crowd right now. Please pick somebody else. I'm at a 10.
you could have left me at home. I don't really need to be here for this. You got me all the way up, okay? So, and I think he's acting like that. Obviously, he's 3. He's a baby. And, obviously, we can't see him. He can see them, and I don't think he likes the cameras. So that's probably what's going on with that as well. Anywho, she lets us know that she bought a house.
Oh, that's good for you, baby.
And I can definitely tell from the house that she got, she definitely tried to get something that's on the same level as Candace's house. She failed. I mean, it's cute. No tea, no shade. But she really could have just waited for the other house, the first house that she had. And she said, well, I didn't want to wait because they're still tenants and they have to move out and da-da-da. You really could have just waited for that house. Because honestly, I feel like the other house was cuter. It was more modern and, whatever, what have you. But whatever, girl. Also, she says, that Dean, going back to Dean saying that he didn't want to leave and he was calling for Michael, and this is why she's so concerned about the decision that she's making. Are the kids going to present her for breaking up the family? Girl, Michael broke up. And I don't even like you like that, Ashley, but Michael broke up the family. Okay? When he was out here, well, not when he was out here, by him being out here actively doing things that are inappropriate for somebody who's married. So, yeah, and men, just a little side note, men always, because it's usually the men always do this. They go out here, they do their dirt, and then when somebody wants to pack up and leave, you breaking up the family. No, you broke up the family. Because you didn't keep your member in the family.
Now, see, let's use our brain.
Well, so we're going to move on. Ashley says that the house was purchased together, 50-50, I guess, between, or the house is owned 50-50 between Michael and Ashley. But Michael is paying the mortgage and it's under, because she ain't paying it. She ain't paying no $13K a month. And that there's an understanding between she and Michael that the property is 100% hers. Girl.
Okay.
Ashley, you are a whole fool. That this man has set up here and drug your dignity around the globe and back through the woods into grandmother's house and back. And you've gotten nothing out of it but 2 children. Beautiful children, but 2 children. That man is holding you hostage because you want to be out here highfalutin and hobnobbing and literally have the life that Candace has and look like you big ballin' when you really not. And he knows that. You want the lifestyle that you can't afford, and he's holding you hostage. You literally are an imprisoned baby mama, and you don't even know it.
The truth. Oh.
We move on. We see Giselle is getting the branches off her roof. Next, we have Robin, who says she's getting in shape for the wedding. And I don't know why, because Juan is still going to keep her girlfriend on the side.
I mean,
Moving on, we have Candace getting ready for her video release party. So I'm very excited for her about that. We have Karen restocking candles, talking about when we take a picture of me giving this man this check so I can show it to Robin.
Child. Anyway, so
Karen, so as much as we want to say, but every time they together, they always bringing up Karen, and Karen is always bringing up Robin. That's what they do, because they want to act like they have lives and they have business and they have things going on, but they don't. Except for Candace, because when Candace is not around them, I don't really see Candace bringing them up. Unless somebody else brings up Ashley or Robin or whoever or what have you. Candace don't really, because Candace has things going on. Mia then calls Karen and spills the tea on what was said at the bachelorette party. Karen asks Mia if she defended her. Mia says,
no.
Karen, why would Mia defend you when she still probably feels like you didn't take her side on the situation with Wendy?
Use your common sense.
And you also didn't defend her with the cancer, no cancer. So why would she have your back? Girl, Karen says Mia is in timeout.
okay.
So next we have Robin telling her parents that only the 4 of them will be in attendance at the wedding. First of all, let me say Robin's house. I do like Robin's house. Robin's house is very nice.
I love it. I love it.
She decorated it very well. Yeah, that's all I have for Robin. But anyways, Robin tells her parents that only the 4 of them will be in attendance at the wedding. Robin's mom lets her know how ridiculous that is. Her daddy don't really care. He like, look,
I don't feel no ways.
I'm okay. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm gonna be at the house. But Robin's mom is like, this is ridiculous that we're not invited to the wedding since we are you and Juan's biggest support, And Robin said she'll think about it, pretty much. Like, look, I have a conversation with Juan, see what we gonna do. Listen here, Mrs. Robin's mama, she is really trying to spare y'all from wasting y'all's time with a fake wedding, because she knows that even if there is a ceremony, it's gonna be a ceremony based on some bullshit, because she knew what was about to come. Okay, she was trying to spare y'all, and you should have just took it. But anyways, we're gonna move on. Mia's at the doctor's office, and I'm still confused. It's not cancer. It's a skin rash. We gonna move on. I don't really have much to give to that scene. Giselle gets ice cream with her daughters, and they talk about her health. Giselle, you. First, they talk about the fact that Giselle went on a date, and them babies did not care. Okay, not at all. Then they talk about the health. And my question is, Giselle, how do you wait to the end of the season to do this? And 3 years in.
I mean,
And now you want to have a moment. Girl, the time is past. The time has passed. And I don't know if you're doing it because maybe you want Bravo to pay for the surgery. Like, now it's really, really real. And you have to have surgery. And maybe your insurance won't cover it. So you're like, well, if I have it on the show and I talk about it and I show a little something, maybe Bravo will help me pay for it, because you really ain't got coins like that, even though you like to walk around like you do.
I see straight through you.
I'm really trying to figure out what the strategy is behind you all of a sudden now you want to talk about your little fibroids. And not that I'm not trying to come for anybody that deals with that or that has that situation. I know plenty of people, even Quad had to deal with, on Married to Medicine had to deal with fibroids. It's a very serious situation.
however,
The way that Giselle is going about things, it just, what's really going on? Is where I'm at with that. Then they start talking about the female anatomy as it relates to the surgery and things that Giselle is going to have. And these babies don't know how their bodies work. And they are 16. I think the oldest one is what, 18, 19? That is not, Giselle, I knew all of that information at like age 10. My mom was having conversations with me, especially as a little girl, because you're going to be starting your cycle. So my mom was like, you're going to know how these things work, because when these things happen, I want you to understand what is going on with your body. And Giselle had the nerve to be like, well, I don't know what's going on in schools because they're not being taught about what's going on.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Giselle, that's your job, not the school. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, I think schools should have things like sex ed and things of that nature, and to help, young ones learn about things and what have you. But I don't necessarily think it's the school's sole responsibility, nor their responsibility at all. It's really the parents' responsibility. If I had a child, I would want to make sure that any information about anything having to do with that comes from me first. You're going to hear it from me. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Because I know if I'm telling you what's going on, I know for a fact you're going to be getting the correct information. You're going to be getting safe information. You're going to be getting, the things that you need. And I definitely would have at least had a conversation with them about that before they got on camera. And they on here having you look like a hot mess parent, because it's not their fault that they don't know. They have to be taught that. Like, that hurt my feelings, because
Yeah.
Giselle's a terrible parent. And I hate to talk about it because I'm someone who doesn't have children, so I am very cautious when it comes to making remarks on how people who do have children parent. But that right there, I might not be a parent, but I have been a child, and my mom did what was necessary for me to have what I needed as a child growing up, to make sure that I was educated about things that concerned me and my body. Like that, I was embarrassed for them and for her.
No, like hardcore. I'm not playing that game.
Karen calls Wendy to update her on what was said about her. Wendy talking about some, oh, now Dr. Wendy Osefo is about to... Wendy.
I've got to get you. Hooray!
Wendy, please don't cape for Karen, because she definitely didn't have your back when you were assaulted. She definitely didn't step in on your behalf when they came for you and your marriage, and when they came for Eddie. She definitely didn't cape for you when Ashley and Giselle and Ashley's... I'm trying to talk about the lady. Ashley's friend tried to say that Eddie was flirting with old girl. She definitely didn't have your back then. So please don't try to sit up here and cape for that lady. So now we are at the event. The video was really, really cute. I had already seen the video prior to this episode, so I already knew what it was giving, and it was giving budget. It was giving production. Like, Candice really, really did that. Giselle looked like a disco ball. I don't know. Everybody else looked nice. Giselle...
What is this, honey?
It looks like I don't know if y'all have a Dillard's and y'all in the area that you live in, but it looks like she got that off the Dillard's rack in the junior section. That's what that looked like. In the, like when they have like the prom dresses out and stuff like that. That's what that looked like. Or even in Macy's in the junior section. And shout out to the junior section at Macy's and at Dillard's. Not saying you can't find some cute stuff in there, but when something is higher end and higher quality, and when it's not. And I'm just saying, Giselle was given clearance rack at Macy's in the juniors department. That's all I'm saying. She wanted Chris to cater to her. That's why she walked past Chris the way that she did. Like, I want you to see me. I want you to know that I'm here. so that you can seek me. But I'm not gonna say anything to you about how I feel and initiate the conversation like an adult. I'm gonna make sure you see. I'm gonna be very passive. I'm gonna make sure you see me so that you can seek me out and you can come to me and you can cater to me and you can make me feel like the victim. Like, girl, no. And Chris was not studying you at all. At all. Candace had a grill. Chris didn't like it. I liked it. And I watched Rodney the Voices review and he didn't like it, but I liked it. I liked it. I liked the grill. Ashley gets there. Ashley definitely shops at Shein. People were saying that she looked like a retired showgirl, Vegas showgirl. And don't get me wrong, I like the butterfly tops, but I feel like there's a way in which you wear them that can be like very fashioning, and Ashley was just not. It was not fashion. It was not fashion like that. It was not. She thought she was doing something and she was not. And that's just where that's at. And she was definitely giving Shein. She definitely shops at Shein. Child. And no shade to anyone that shops at Shein. Their customer service is terrible. I have a friend that used to shop at Shein. She no longer shops there anymore because the customer service was terrible. They do have some cute stuff, but not when you not. I'm gonna need you to not be shopping at Shein when your mortgage is $13,000 a month. Okay. Moving on. Mia, then we find out that Mia lied about Wendy wanting to eat her box. And Mia wanted to eat Wendy's box. Okay. Mia lies about everything. Mia stays lying.
To this day! To this day!
I forgot to mention, did y'all peep when Mia was at the doctor's office in the waiting room and Mia was like, it's scary hearing, basically that your life can be in question and, your life could be ending. And G was like, is that what you heard or is that what you interpreted as you hearing? I said, oop, even your man know you be lying, girl. Even your man know you be lying. Child. Whew. The shade. No, let me stop. So, anyways, we move on. Candace gives her speech. And you know what? I am really proud of her. She is using the ish out of this platform. She is doing what you're supposed to do when you're on a show like this. You don't get on a show like this and be... Because Candace came in, what? Season 3? Season 4? So she's been here for at least 3 or 4 seasons. You don't do that and be in season 7 and not have anything to show for it. Candace has used this platform well and is really making something of herself. And I feel like a lot of the other women are very salty because she came in, and they treated her like, a little girl who don't know nothing and you depend on mommy for everything and you're a child and you're immature and you need to grow up. And she's the one that's doing the most with the platform out of everybody. So, and you cannot take that from her. Like I said, the video was really, really good. Everybody else said that they were proud of Robin. Everybody else said that they were proud of Candace and that they really liked the video and that she did her thing, all except Giselle. Well, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the song. What was going on? Like, Giselle is such a hater. She is a hater.
You full of That's what you are. You full of
Like, girl, cut it out. And I really hope Candace sees all of this and she really realizes, like, it's not your friend. I know you see, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to Ashley. But Giselle is not your friend either, and I hope that the revelation that you've had with Ashley, that you have had it with Giselle as well.
learn something from this.
Robin was late.
Wow, you look looking good.
and we move on. Giselle says in front of Ray that Mia called her a prostitute. Now, Giselle,
How can you lie about something that's been filmed and aired?
clearly she wants to make sure that Ray is aware of these rumors that are going on about Karen. We got it, Giselle.
I see you. I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see you. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
Because we know with Giselle, when it comes to her get back, and as I have already said, this whole situation with bringing Sharice back and bringing up these rumors and things of that nature, this is all a part of Giselle's get back. This has nothing to do with Sharice. But we know that when Giselle goes, she goes for blood. So she's coming for you. She's coming from your whole foundation and everything you stand for and everything you stand on. When Giselle wants to break you, she is breaking everything. So she was definitely going to make sure that Ray heard that. She probably waited for the exact moment for them to be next to each other in order for her to go over there and say that. Mia did not call that lady a prostitute. She asked if that was being said. Giselle, you a liar too. So you can't even come up in here and try to have anything to say about me and being a liar. Talk about cancer, no cancer, when you lie too. So all of y'all some lies. Now, like I said in my last review, Karen is not going to admit that ish. Karen is not going to cop to that.
It ain't changing over here.
I absolutely believe that Karen has some dirt. Now, I do feel like Mia was probably embellishing off of other things that were already said. As far as for what Mia said that she had heard. But I do believe that there are rumors going around Potomac about Miss Karen Huger. I do. I do believe there are some rumors, and I do believe that there's some truth to them. But Karen is not going to cop to that. She is going to deflect until the cows come home to protect Ray. And that's no period. And that's why in Miami, she said, unless you have some actual receipts, don't come to me. Unless you have some photographs, okay? DNA, honey, okay? Video footage, unless you have the footages of me doing some things, honey, don't say my name. And honestly, even if you had irrefutable evidence, she probably would still deny it like R. Kelly did that tape.
Quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
We move on. So next we have Sharice. Sharice pops up. Now notice how Sharice is never the one to initiate anything with Karen. Giselle starts it first. Then Sharice just pops up. Like, what was it? What was said? What's going on? And that's exactly what happened in this case. I'm telling y'all, this is Giselle's beef. This is not Sharice's beef. And Sharice is saying, I haven't seen anything that was untrue. Everything that I said has been factual. And I believe Sharice. I don't disbelieve Sharice, but I feel like I said before in my last review, I feel like if Sharice had come from a different place, if Sharice had come in on her own, not up underneath the bosom of Giselle and Robin, if she had come in independently of them and stated her claim and made it about you're coming up in here pretending to be somebody that you're not, and also coming up in here and trying to clown me like you're perfect and you have the whole perfect situation going on when you don't, and I'm here to blow the roof off the sucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? If she would have came in like that, I feel like people would have a lot more respect for her. But what Giselle is doing right now is some clownery. Mia goes to tell Karen that there's more tea and that it's not from Sharice. Like I said, I definitely believe that Karen has dirt. But Karen is not about to cop to that. She's just not. Giselle says that to Candace that she thought that she was going to talk with Chris. And Candace is like, yeah, no, not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We don't have it.
Candace is like, he does, he would like to talk, but I don't think that he would be up to talking right now. Like, that was not the time nor the place. This is a business event. Not that, obviously, the show is business as well, but this is a business event for Candace, like, why would he want to have a conversation that could most likely or have the probability of being emotionally charged at something that's supposed to be business related and celebratory for his wife? Why would he do that? Because you wouldn't like, if you were having an event for yourself or for one of your children, and Jamal was there and somebody had a bone to pick with Jamal, you wouldn't want them to try to go and make a scene with Jamal at your event. So why would you do that?
Use your common sense. Don't.
Like, no, she's not doing that. Then we have Karen leaving. Which, I mean, I get it. I definitely understand. People are like, this is what Karen always does. She runs and deflects. But at the same time, I feel like I'm okay with her leaving because we don't need anything else going on taking away from Candace's moment. And I feel like it was very rude to do that at Candace's event. Like the finale event is supposed to be the event where everybody is having a good time and just letting their hair down, and it's supposed to just be good vibes. And I feel like everybody was trying to scrounge at the last minute and get their moment in before filming wrapped, and it looked very thirsty. So I don't have a problem with Karen leaving. Giselle is still trying to talk to Chris after Candace told her no. Now Ashley asked to speak to Chris, and Candace says no. And Ashley's like, well, I don't understand. We're grown. I don't understand why it can't be a conversation. I'm not about to do anything crazy, or I don't have any ill intent, or I'm not about to be malicious. And Candace is like, well, that's exactly the thing. Like, we don't know. We don't know. Okay? And, like, Ashley, you do too much. Like, we've seen you. You are always being extra. You always have ill intent.
To this day.
You always intend to be disrespectful. You've done it since season 1, episode 1. And you do it to everybody. And furthermore, if you didn't have ill intent, you would have set your narrow behind down after Candace told you no. But the fact that you took your narrow behind over there.
This is where I'm starting to get aggravated.
Talking about, this is ridiculous, I'm grown. To go talk to Chris after Candace told you no lets everybody know that you definitely had ill intent and that you definitely intended to be messy, because that in of itself is messy. And if you weren't intending to be messy, then you would have waited for another time that would have been more appropriate. Period. So Ashley goes over there, starts up stuff with Chris. Ashley, you playing with me? And mine is 2 things I don't play about. That's me and Mads. With an S, and Mads. I don't play about that. You would have got snatched by your edges, girl, and drugged through the whole event and then thrown out by DJ Jazzy Jeff on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, no ma'am. So she basically goes over there to try to tell Chris that she didn't like him coming at her on social media. And he's like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and let you try to say that I was grabbing up on somebody or I was doing something inappropriate against my marriage and against my wife to another woman when that's not the case and I didn't do anything. So yeah, I'm saying if anyone is accusing me of doing these things, yeah, you're going to be sorry, because I'm not just going to sit here and let you come for me like that. I'm not just going to let you sit here and tell lies on me and attack my marriage like that. That's not happening. So if you feel a way about that, sorry, but not sorry. Like, it's not going down. And then Ashley wanted to sit up here and say, well, I'm just saying that I feel like some of your actions were questionable. And then he let her have it, and then he walked off, and I was with it, because Ashley is definitely one of those women that think that they can just do whatever they want, especially when it comes to males. She's one of those women who thinks that I can do whatever I want, say whatever I want, and especially if you're male, you don't have the right to react. You don't have the right to get upset. You don't have the right to raise your voice. You don't have the right to, like, nah, Mo. You wanted smoke? You got it.
You wanted smoke. So, here.
If you didn't want smoke, you should have stayed seated. So you wanted a conversation with Chris, he gave you one. What did I do? What did I say that was you spoke. You should have stayed seated. And I'm glad Chris shut you down. You should have stayed in your own little corner, in your own little world, and left that man alone. But you decided you wanted to be a part of that world, and you got shut down. We move on. Candace realizes that Ashley is jealous of her, and honestly, it's definitely the case. And like what I was saying earlier, I really do hope that she comes to the same conclusion when it comes to Giselle. The majority of that cast is jealous of you, Candace. So they're gonna always have something in their back pocket, try to make you look crazy, try to make you look stupid, try to, cause a crack in your marriage or what have you, because there are a lot of them on that cast are jealous of you. And my hope is that if you can see it with Ashley, that you can see it with the rest of them as well. Wendy, you too. But we gonna get on you. We gonna get on you in a minute, because I got something for you too, Miss Wendy. But right now we on Candace. We talking on Candace. Like you said, the life that you have been privileged to live is something that Ashley can only dream of. She went from under the bridge to under Michael. She's basically still under the bridge. And this is not shade. Like, I'm very disappointed in Ashley, because the type of life in which she comes from, there's no reason as to why Ashley could not have used this platform the way that Candace has. Not saying to do music or what have you, but there's no reason. She's same age as Candace. She has just as much access as Candace, if not more, because her husband is a fool. So there's no reason as to why, like, if you was gonna do what you did, baby, you should have worked. You should have been working Michael to get access and connections to things. You not just working your coochie, but actually, like, really networking and using the accessibility that you had through your marriage to him to really get some things working. So that, and also using your platform at Bravo to network and get you accessibility to get some things rolling. So at the point in which you did decide you want, because you knew you weren't getting ready to get no money from Michael, but instead you wanted to play like you really knew what you were doing when you really didn't. And you wanted to compete with Candace when there's no competition, and now you still stuck looking stupid.
Looking stupid, that's what you get. Walking around here alive, thinking that you stupid, but you know, you stupid.
With 2 babies and nowhere to go. You living in Michael's house. Telling Dean, that's your house. No, that ain't even Dean's house. That's Michael's house. And Michael is letting Ashley, Dean, and Dylan live there. Okay? Ashley is absolutely jealous of Candace. And it's almost scary. Because Ashley, the image of Ashley that we see now is based on her trying to be like Candace. Ashley dresses different and wears her hair and makeup different because she's trying to compete with Candace. It wasn't until Candace started wearing her makeup different, being a little bit more beat. I always thought Candace was cute, and I really don't actually feel like Candace needs a full beat like that. Like, she can do a cute, like, little natural beat. But, do what you do, wear your makeup how you want to wear your makeup, girl. I'm not here to tell you how to, live your life. But I really don't feel like Candace needs all of that. But, Candace is out here trying to do her thing. She's trying to be a superstar and what have you. So, And it wasn't until Candace started wearing her makeup like that and, doing a little bit more with the hair. And, Candace switches up her styles constantly. Candace is going to give you a braid. Candace is going to give you a top knot. Candace is going to give you a bantu knot. Candace is going to give you a head wrap. Candace is going to give you a fro. Candace is going to give you afro puffs, one on the left, one on the right. Candace is going to give you a high ponytail, a mid ponytail, a low ponytail. Candace is going to give you twists. Candace is going to give you locks. Candace is going to give you, the natural curly, type 3. Candace is going to give you waves. Candace is going to give you flat iron with the Aaliyah bang to the side. You name it! Candace has always always, always, always switched it up when it came to her hair. Makeup has always been on point. And Ashley has always worn her hair the same way, in that loose, afro, wavy texture type of thing. Or she would give you a bun, and she might give you a fully pulled back bun. She might give you a little side swoop bang. You know what I'm saying? But that was really it when Ashley, she either had a fro or she had her hair stretched out, and she would style her, fro, whether it be a wave or, maybe she twisted it and took it out. That's how now Ashley is wearing weaves. She's wearing wigs. She didn't have braids. She's doing locks because she's trying to be like Candace, and she's having her, trying to have her face beat and everything. She's dressing different. She's wearing less and going out more because she's trying to be like Candace, and I peep it. I don't know if y'all really peep how single white female Ashley is really being with Candace. Like, it's obsession at this point, and it's scary. Watch season 8. Watch Ashley comes back, and she's gonna be wearing all types of repeat outfits and things of that nature that she has seen Candace wear. It's scary, and I can't. Anyways, we see that Juan and Robin have a ceremony, and I'm calling it a ceremony. I refuse to call it a wedding because it's a sham, and we all know why. And we're gonna get to that in another video, but we all know why. Everybody did look nice. The babies look nice. Robin's dress was nice. Juan looked nice. The venue looked nice. Everything looked nice, and that's about that's all the nice things that I have to say, because Juan has had a whole girlfriend back at the hotel somewhere chilling. So it's a whole situation that's based around some BS. And so, okay. And then not Robin giving the people the middle finger and telling the people to kiss her behind like she got to wrestle when she knows she just married a Future.
Are you dumb?
You need to be telling Juan to kiss your behind. You need to be giving Juan the middle finger. Because Juan is the one that got you out here looking crazy. We not the ones that have you out here looking crazy. Juan is the one that has you out here looking crazy. So if you want to tell somebody to kiss your behind and get somebody the finger, it needs to be Juan, Miss Ma'am. And quiet as kept, this is why you were in no rush to get married or have a huge wedding, and why you wanted a prenup with an infidelity clause because you know Juan ain't it. So with that being said, I'm so glad that we are at the end of the season. I am ready for the reunion. Candace and Wendy better handle business, and Chris better not apologize. I stand 10 toes down on Chris. You have nothing to apologize for. You have not done anything wrong. Better not apologize to that woman. Sharice needs to let Giselle fight her own battles and stop letting her use you. If you do come back on season 8, it needs to be for something totally different, and you need to have something independent of whatever it is Giselle has going on, okay? Ashley is an imprisoned baby mama, like I said before. She isn't getting any alimony, and that man's name is on the house. And Robin needs to be demoted at the very least. So that's it. That's really all I care to talk about. I will see y'all. Not this weekend, but next weekend for part 1 of the reunion. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
I love you for watching.